Hello, my darling Wastelanders. I am more to me for life, and riding shotgun is Tigress.
Hello! I dare you to put what I just said at the very end of the bloopers.
Oh, good lord. Can we not talk about the bloopers? Yes, everybody, from now on, there will be bloopers at the end because there's always something stupid happening right before one of these. Okay, we are here at Greentop Nursery. I will show you where that is on the map right here. We've got Breakheart Banks, the Slug, you know where it's at. This tiny little place. And I am working on my, I think it's number 6, Caravan build. Well, I'm not working on it, I'm done. I am so done.
Yeah, you've been working on it all day.
Past 2 days, actually.
Really? 2 days? I thought you just got started on it this morning.
Nope. I got started on it yesterday morning, and then after hubby left, I played No Man's Sky, and then jumped back on this whenever I got home. Alright,
so the stream that almost lasted 3 hours.
Yeah, the stream that lasted 3 hours. In the first hour, I did not realize my microphone wasn't on.
I've done that.
So, anyway.
Yeah, my last Skyrim stream. Don't judge me.
Don't judge. No judging. Alright, so hold on, let me alleviate the poltergeist issue here. I don't know what happened there.
I don't either.
Get on the ground where you were supposed to be.
Okay. She ran around to make sure nothing was floating, but yet still things are still floating.
I think there was a box there. When I moved the box, I realized I didn't go back and look at it. Anyway, okay. Caravan build. Let's go around the outside. Hello. Got a nice little array of drinks. And we've got the food dispenser, which for some reason or another really doesn't hold food very well. But I tried. It's there anyway, you know, in case they want it. Breaking the laws of physics by blending through the glass.
Same thing with the news thing right there.
Yeah. God almighty. Alright.
There are some flaws. This build was literally made in 2 days. Usually it takes her about 3, so.
It usually takes me 3, but I haven't put up a build in a while and I wanted to make sure I could get one up today. I have officially figured out how to turn off the workshop timeout so I could actually fix the walls. This is right here on the line. As a matter of fact, parts of the build, like up there, had to be placed and then put out to where they're supposed to be, but I was able to fix everything here.
Yay!
Yay! And I actually
did rock formation.
Giant rocks. And I did actually come out here and fiddle with this because it was kind of in the build area and it just kind of looked blah, so I'm in a little gardening area.
Cappy's driving, everybody run.
That's the reason why it's stuck in the side of the building. That's what happened to it. Now you know. In case you were ever wondering what happened to the truck that's outside of this town.
Cappy was driving. We're insane.
That's a boy band. Okay, don't judge me for knowing that.
I don't judge you. I know that band.
Okay, I think we should go peek around the back at the bathroom just because it's out here. So it's kind of part of the settlement, but not really part of the settlement, in case you haven't caught any of my other caravan builds. Whoa! Good heavens, that's bright. Is it fog that's causing this? Let us find out by bringing up said cheat terminal portable cheat terminal. You know what I mean. And we are going to manipulate the weather, because that's what we like to do. Alright, much better, much better. Okay. And here is the bathroom.
She edited it after I played with it.
Fighting for peace is like screaming for virginity.
And I'm not reading the other one.
This, there's a mod that I'm using, the CSWW somethings. Hold on. Good heavens. I hate
Swiss
not...
reduction.
I hate not remembering it.
Furniture.
Under furniture, all the way down here. The SWSS redo.
I pronounce it Swiss reduction.
Anyway, it comes with all these awesome bathroom items that actually work, and it also has some literature for the walls in the bathroom, which I think is pretty funny. So,
I originally made that and then she came in and edited it all.
I did not edit. I put my touch on it.
You took out 2 of the things I put in there.
and rearrange the rest of it.
I only put 3 things in there.
Sorry.
She only kept the sink I put in there.
Alright, let's get an aerial view, because that's how we do. Don't judge me. My rhyming skills. Alright, so I think my issue is, yes, I think my issue is every single caravan build gets a little bit more complicated and a bit bigger, which is taking me longer and longer. They're turning into not just caravan builds. This could actually be a settlement build if you wanted to do a smaller settlement build instead of taking up the entire area. But here's the actual caravan build. I did enlarge in the caravan thing by, I think, 3, because it was just sitting all kinds of wonky in here and they couldn't get to the fire. So I made it bigger so it would stretch out further. And then I placed this little piece right here on top of it as a workbench, since I don't have the Brahmin anymore. Thank God. No Brahmin butts. And I wish I could have gotten like a snapshot of what was going on earlier. I had 2 Iabots that were playing chess. 3 Iabots. I don't guess they realized it was only a 2-player game. Alright, and up here we've got a weapons area.
I want the pack weapons.
Yes, the lovely, colorful pack weapons. We have confiscated a few.
Obviously the pack tried to invade and they shot them down.
I really need to fix that whole flashy thingy going on. I really need to figure out how to fix that. I was looking at the mods I was told would work to do that, and they confused me, so I haven't put them in yet. And I put newspapers in, which she seems very adamant about staring at the machine for some reason, even though she's supposed to be over here working the bar. We got all kinds of food, some noodles.
Oh, you also discovered a new thing for putting the fire in there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Underneath the SOE pack, there's actually there's an effects tab on there, and you can get flames small, medium, and high. You can get, see how the sparks are coming out of the top of this one? That one's a different effect. And it's actually got a molten effect, and I'm trying to think if there was another one. So you can see this fire has sparks, and this one doesn't. So the sparks are actually a different effect that you can add to it. If we go into my build mode.
We go into build mode a lot in this build.
Yeah. You can actually see the little pads that are down there. Those are actually in the arrows. It tells which way it's going, and that particular arrow is for the sparks that are coming out of it. So, new interesting things on the SOE pack.
Which I'm going to be using.
Some lovely, that looks disgusting as hell.
Also, when you made me walk through here, that thing was crooked and I had to fix it.
It was crooked?
Yes, it was crooked.
What, that?
Yes, the whole cooking stove, everything on it was crooked.
Is that the reason why my meat is stuck through there now?
Yes.
So I get to blame you as to why my meat is stuck in the
stove.
stove. Alright, everybody, y'all heard her. It's Tigress's fault my meat is stuck in the stove. Alright, do a quick look.
There's a unique way to use Brahmin.
Very unique way.
They
actually make good candle holders and lantern holders. And as you can see, this area over here, there's an extension on the building, but you can't really tell it from here. It's a nice little sitting area, reading area, until you click on it. And we've got a hidden door into the security area. Authorized personnel only.
Dang it, the sleeping bags are crooked.
They're supposed to be crooked. If all of them were straight, it would not look real. And burning cigarettes. I'm going to pay a little bit of attention to the floor. I did do my layering technique with all different kinds of flooring. And look, it's back again.
Yeah, every time you put one of those things, there's another pack rifle over there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
I'm just wondering. And that fixes it. So if you have a purple frame or whatever because it's not loading up right, just pick it up. I did have an issue whenever I came back to the settlement because I was trying to get some people to go to their jobs and they were just hanging out. I came back and all of my lanterns, my big lanterns, like this one right here, all were muted in light. I had to go around to the entire settlement and pick them back up and set them back down.
Which had to be fun.
Oh yeah, it was loads of fun. I live for things like that. And the hour of progress I lost earlier today when my computer just decided it wanted to shut down.
It went duh.
I love things like that because they keep me on my toes. Gage, you're sitting down on the job, dude. A nice lookout area, a little bit of breathing room over here, a couple of books underneath the chair.
Like anybody's actually going to pick them up.
I would like to believe that people are still reading during this time. And I did adopt Eve's, Tigress's idea for stacking furniture to give them a slightly different look. And
I don't know where I got it from. I probably got it from seeing somebody else doing it, but I don't remember who.
I'm thinking Phoenix does it a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen her do it.
Maybe where I got it, but for me, it was just a normal thing I do.
And these are all the bedrooms for all of the Caravan folks. Yeah, it's cute. And I started enlarging these things. They did look rather small to me. When I saw yours, I decided to start enlarging mine to make them actually look like a real-size chair.
Well, they look like a real-size chair normally, but in my last build, Daddy's chair is huge in our living room, so I was just like, make that 10 times bigger.
Nice little sitting area, and then we go upstairs. Little outside sitting area, and we're going to go across here before we go inside.
Go over the bridge.
Over the bridge. And through these woods. To the security guard shack we go.
That turret is floating.
That turret's not supposed to be there. I was using it to shove people off the building earlier. My bad. Everybody was stuck on the roof. I had to, speaking of the roof, I accidentally deleted it while I was working on this part of the building. I was trying to cover the sides with these little pieces, and I deleted the entire roof because of the scrap everything. So I had to go back and fix the roof because I still wanted it to be here. And then I stuck this up on the top. And since it's so crowded in here, I opted for a table over the bed. And the
yeah, imagine waking up and hitting your head on that. Or hitting your leg on that.
Well, it's kind of like whenever you're at the hospital, you got a tray that goes over the bed. It's kind of that same idea.
Can it be moved? Because I guarantee you if I was sleeping in that bed, I'd kick it.
Yeah, it's got the little wheelie things on the bottom. You just scoot it up and down. Or turn it, you know. Okay. Moving on.
Gage is staring at a wall.
What are you doing?
He
you don't
took
even
somebody's
know.
jet.
You're
high as balls right now.
He's high as something. Dude. I really wish you quit doing that stuff on a job. We are... Ow! 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 You hit me with a spike, dude! Back off. Alright.
Shove my foot up his butt.
Another chair, made it slightly bigger, so it'll be a little bit more comfy looking. And this is the Caravanner's office, so they can coordinate with each other. Not that they ever
do so.
Coordinate with each other. They all show up at the same time.
Look, the file tray is there, but nobody's using it.
No, nobody's using it. These people are not coordinated at all. I mean, look, they got their typewriters stacked up in the corner. There's a floating box. What the hell?
As we said, she didn't quite get checked this as she was supposed to.
I did have you check it again after me, so this is not
Usually, I don't have to check everything. I just have to run through it real quick. That's all I have to do.
It's okay. It's fixed. It's fixed. It's done.
Why the clock?
Well, I actually kind of liked the clocks.
Sucked into it.
I kind of like the clocks. And there's not another clock here anywhere, so it's not like the other settlement, but, you know, we have a clock. And this one's a gamer. We got a whole bunch of games down there and some bugs that are still staring at me weird. You know, there were some creatures on No Man's Sky that had that face. Oh, they were so disgusting.
They scared the heck out of her.
They freaked me the hell out. How you like my lamp?
Why did you shove us something there?
I don't know. It's just... I was like, I wonder what this would look like.
That poor synth, its head is on fire.
He has an idea. Ow. Okay, that was cheesy. Sorry.
Oh, you shrunk you!
I was wondering if you noticed that.
He
And
doesn't
he's so
actually look
cute.
scary. He looks cute.
And he's so cute when he's tiny.
Yeah, when he's biting at your ankles instead of your face.
Alright, and that is pretty much it for it. I do want to point out a couple of things, like I did do a video on texturing and layering and things like that. If you'll notice, all the floors are all layered up. Now, please do remember that when you do this and you set maybe a thing for them to work on, like a scavenging station or a bar, their feet may sink through the floor a little bit. That's a lot of layers that they're having to work with. The person I had in here was actually standing in the floor for a little while, and then they refused to work anymore. I don't know where they went. Anyway. Oh, and this little tidbit over here, which I thought was so cute. Look at all the little flags.
Oh, you shrunk them all.
I shrunk them all. And something for working with areas like this. So you want a door in the middle of the room and it's not clicking. You could remove the floors and get them to click in that way, but maybe you want them at a different angle than the way the floors normally go. I got a quick tip for you. For those of you who are working with the Place Everywhere mod, but for some reason the Place Everywhere mod is still not allowing you to place it the way you want to. Say you've got a piece of wood on the floor. I'm just going to do it that way, and we got this wall right here. Well, it may be doing this thing like that all over the place and not wanting to work with you. Now, a lot of you, a whole lot of you, especially those of you working without mods, will already know this technique. But what I'm here to show you today is that if you do have mods or you opt to use mods, this technique will still work. And it works even better when you can turn the snap off. That means I could actually sink this through the floor and make a barrier. But since I have it attached to this pillar that is not going to snap in anywhere, it allows me to place it anywhere on this board I want to. I can put it catty-cornered like this. I could sink it through like that. Any number of things. And the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of these pieces, see this shack piece right here is from the thematic and practical, and merging the thematic and practical along with your normal build pieces, which is what I've been trying to do a lot of, is kind of a little irritating whenever you have pieces that don't want to snap where you want them to snap at. Like this piece right here, if I was to take it out, it would try to snap to this end of the wall. So sometimes you have to pick it up with the column and place it where you want it. Either that or you have to hit the buttons and 5,000 times to realign it.
F1. F1 turns snap off. I don't know if you can see it, but it turns object snap off. See? I showed her something she didn't know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take all this stuff out right here and pay no attention to what I just said. There goes that. Well, if you are working with it and you need it, there it is. Completely stole my thunder.
That's what I discovered while I was doing the sanctuary build.
Fuck it. Anyway, that has been my tip that just got blown out of the water because Tigers taught us something new, that there is a button that takes care of that problem for me.
If you have the Place Everywhere mod, you press F1. It could be different on yours, but for ours, it's press F1 and it turns snapping for everything off.
And now that I know that, things won't be quite so difficult. No wonder you finished such a big daggum build so quick. You know all the buttons. Anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed being completely embarrassed that my daughter and my son pick things up in these games faster than I do. But that is okay because I'll eventually learn. I will eventually drag every little piece of information out of them.
I actually discovered it by accident. I was trying to turn the floor snapping off, and I hit the wrong button. I hit F1 instead of F2, and all of a sudden the snapping for the boards turned off, and I was like, what?
Well, I just discovered a new one today, too, and it was how to build outside the build zone.
Yay!
Yay!
We all discover new things.
Yeah.
Knowledge. Yay!
Yay! Okay. Just so you know, if you have the Place Everywhere mod, pay very close attention to all the options you have that are listed. that are listed on his screen, and some of them may actually change according to your computer, because there's a couple of buttons on mine that are different than the way he has them listed. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have had a wonderful time. I have had a wonderful time, even if I got my ass showed out. But thank you for joining us. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful 5 o'clock somewhere. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Stop. All right.
It's so far away.
Weird beach. Always wanting to point shit at people. Okay.
Speaking of pointy.
4